It's August 1998, and Russians are lined up outside the banks. The Kremlin just defaulted on its domestic debt, and people plunged into poverty by a threefold devaluation of the ruble are scrambling to withdraw their savings. Perhaps afraid they'd balk, Russia didn't ask foreigners to lend them any money after that, until now. Ian McCall was an investor back then, and he's happy to get back in.
In 97, 98, when Russia defaulted, oil was at $20 a barrel, and when Russia collapsed, oil went down to $10 a barrel. Right now we're knocking on $85, $86. So you've got a scenario where you got a good credit, and you've got the things that the country is producing the world wants to buy.
Russia says it may borrow close to $18 billion from foreigners this year. It's part of an effort to lower the amount Russian companies pay when they borrow abroad. It will also help the country's budget deficit, forecast to be just under 7% of GDP. But Russia is flush with cash. With oil money pouring into its coffers, most analysts agree Russia doesn't need the money. Some are questioning its objectives. One bank suspects the Kremlin is gearing up for a spending spree.
At the moment, our government do not need to raise money abroad as well as domestically, and any additional money in the government pocket will create an additional desire to spend this money, which may lead to the more high budgetary expenditures for this year and probably for the next year. And high budgetary expenditures will create an additional pressure on inflation.
Whatever Russia's reasons, it is a good time to borrow. After peaking during the crisis, interest rates are now at a record low. Last week, Fitch said Russia's bonds are safer than Greece's. But the Russian economy shows that can all change over the course of a decade, and that's a lesson one investment bank says Athens could take heart in. Ryan Chilcote, Bloomberg News.